All right, guys, so watch this video for Monday, May 10th. Quick happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. The SPY daily, right, broke out to new all-time highs on Friday. And I'm going to go right into what we're watching for Monday. Keep in mind, I do not hold overnight. So these are just things that may give a trade on Monday. So CLOV, I'll take Friday's candle out of it. It was on bounce watch, right? Just really strong move and then almost round trip, declining volume, was just bleeding lower every day. You can see that it did bounce on Friday, but not a great move. Wish I'd have seen that red to green right there on fives. But anyway, it was strong in the morning and just kind of tapered off sideways in the afternoon. So we still didn't get that afternoon high of day break I talk about. So I don't know. It seems to, maybe you could argue now it's finally maybe bottomed on this pullback. So we're going to watch it again. I'm certainly not in love with that setup. PRPO, really big move. Then the gap up, and it's just, you know what, 1, 2, 3 consecutive lower highs. Finally got down to the 8-day moving average. I do like this one probably more than most on my watch list for a bounce on Monday. BTX was the strongest stock in the whole world, which ran from 5 to 80 in what, about 2 weeks, and now you're down a few days in a row, maybe what, 4 days in a row into that area, right, between the 8 and the 20. That's interesting. One thing I don't like, though, it looked like on Friday we were going to get an afternoon break, which I guess you could argue this was still kind of lunchtime. See the volume coming in here? And it broke the high of day. So it's first kind of afternoon high of day break, although again, kind of lunchtime still. When I talk about an afternoon high of day break, I really prefer the final hour and even better the final half hour. But you can see what it did. So it broke the high and then chopped around in a good $2 range. So there's nothing easy about it, and then ended up going out at the low. So I kind of like to see a couple more weekdays before it becomes super interesting, but I went ahead and threw it on a chart for Monday. Frog, this is kind of a weird because it's only been trading since September, but you've got, I want to say, I don't know, it almost looks like maybe 10 red days in a row. It looks like they had first quarter earnings on Friday, but it was already so beaten up into that, and then you had the down day on big volume. To me, this might be overdone to the downside and certainly worth watching for a potential bounce on Monday. It's certainly not a pretty chart, but as a day trader, if I can get even a one-day bounce, I don't, that's fine, right? Because I'm looking to make money between the bells. So that's Frog, F-R-O-G. Another one very similar, C-O-U-R, hasn't been trading as long. It's only been trading since March 31st, right? So had a really nice run when it came public from around 38 to almost 62, and then pulled back, bounced, and now is hitting all-time lows. But again, you've got what, good 3 big days down in a row. So for me, this is a good scenario for a potential snapback bounce. BCRX had a big day on Thursday, inside day on Friday, but pretty close to Thursday's high. So you got a couple potential catalysts if it breaks 31.19, a break of today's high or Friday's high on Monday. So there's one catalyst to break a 30. What did I say? 30. Let me try that again. 13.19. Then you've got Thursday's high of 13.28 just above. So you kind of have a potential stacked catalyst scenario, and then one more potential catalyst right here at 14.24. So holding up pretty well. We're going to keep our eyes on BCRX. IPOE. This is kind of obscure, but notice the extra volume, more volume than in the last probably 5 or 6 weeks, and a pretty strong day. But if you look at it intraday, all of that came in the final maybe 40 minutes of the day. So, and it held up pretty well. So I definitely want to watch this one, see if something's up there, right, on Monday. MGI, which is MoneyGram, big volume, big day. We're looking for a continuation day there. NKLA, again, decent volume. The chart doesn't really stand out, but you had big volume back here, which is what, a couple weeks ago? And it topped out at 12.79, barely broke it, went to 12.90 a few days later, and then it's been bleeding lower. But a nice volume day on Friday and a pretty strong close. So I'm going to keep one eye on NKLA. LEDS had the massive rip and now kind of a quiet inside day. I'm going to look for a third day play there to the upside. Couple more. RHE, which is just kind of a wild stock. Look at some of the ranges. I mean, what, 3 sessions ago, 995 to 2772. It's whippy and scary, and I'd like to see it come down, to the 8-day or something like that. But put it this way, I'm just going to watch this one all week because of the range it's put in. And then lastly, I want to throw EDR on watch. It's only been trading for maybe 7 or 8 days, and it's up near all-time highs, pretty strong. So let's keep our eyes on that one. I believe they're tied in with UFC, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, it's certainly worth keeping our eyes on, and we'll add gappers to this list in the pre-market as well. Should be plenty to trade this week. Let's log in, ready to go on Monday morning. I'll see you guys in chat.